Ladies and gentlemen, the left's worst nightmare has just come true. You see, Pam Bondi has just been confirmed as Trump's new attorney.
On this vote, the yeas are 54, the nays are 46. The nomination is confirmed. Under the previous order, the motion to reconsider is considered made and laid upon the table, and the President will be immediately notified of the Senate's action.
Attorney General. And so, as all of you already know, the Attorney General is the head of the U.S. Department of Justice, acting as the chief law enforcement officer for the federal government. Let's just say that all of these corrupt Democrats who have spent the last 4 years trying to weaponize our country's justice system, well, they aren't exactly happy right now. In fact, I'd imagine that all of them are actually sweating bullets. Well, Attorney General Pam Bondi is just—
Ms. Bondi, we want an Attorney General who bases decisions on facts. So I want to ask you a factual question. Who won the 2020 presidential election?
Joe Biden is the President of the United States.
Ms. Bondi, you know that there is a difference between acknowledging it and, I can say that Donald Trump won the 2024 election. I may not like it, but I can say it. You cannot say who won the 2020 presidential election. Okay. It's disturbing that you can't give voice to that fact.
About as MAGA as they come. Take a look at this. Insert content here. So yeah, she knows what's up. You have to imagine all of this corruption and weaponization of our justice system that's been going on for the last 4 years is about to come to an end. Trump has pretty much assembled a super squad of people dedicated to getting this country back on track, and Pam Bondi is one of the most important members. In fact,
My overriding objective will be to return the Department of Justice to its core mission of keeping Americans safe and vigorously prosecuting criminals. And that includes getting back to basics: gangs, drugs, terrorists, cartels, our border, and our foreign adversaries. That is what the American people expect, and that is what they deserve from the Department of Justice. If confirmed, I will do everything in my power, and it will be my great responsibility to make America safe again.
I want you guys to take a look at what she had to say prior to being confirmed as the U.S. Attorney General. Insert content here. Sure has been a little while since we've had one of those. And now, I do want to say real quick, guys, if you enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing because it actually helps a ton. But okay, now I want you guys to take a look at some of Pam Bondi's finest work. You see, just about a week ago during her Senate confirmation hearing, Ms. Pam Bondi got into a little bit of a spat with none other than Senator Adam Shifty Schiff. That being said,
no one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz,
has
we're
called,
also
the
worried
president,
about Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know
called
what we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You
is
are aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87% higher than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is
focused
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the
if
power
I'm
to say
confirmed as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it. I won't play politics with any ongoing investigation,
so let me ask you another,
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you'll be able to review hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question is—
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want?
You'll be able to review
Listen,
hundreds
I'm
of
not going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that, let me answer
You were
another question.
censured by
It will
Congress,
also-
Senator, for
it will
comments
also-
just like this that
it
are
will
so reckless.
also-
I know that everything is happening at a breakneck pace. So, I want to do a little bit of a recap with you guys, going over everything that's happened so far. The DEI programs have been canceled. Bureaucracy is getting slashed on a daily basis. Traitors inside the FBI are getting fired. The USAID scam has come to an end. Radical gender ideology has been eliminated. Over 51 corrupt intelligence agents have lost their clearance. Border crossings have dropped by 93%. Mass deportations are now underway. Canada, Mexico, Colombia, and Venezuela have all completely caved to Trump's tariffs. And folks, everything we just mentioned is pretty much only scratching the surface of what's actually happened in the last 2 weeks. In fact, if you guys think I missed something important, let me know in the comments section down below. But okay, guys, here's the point. Trump has already been able to accomplish a ton, and guess what? His entire cabinet hasn't even been confirmed yet. Today, we just officially got Pam Bondi, and there are still some pretty big names in the pipeline. But I have to be honest, I don't know how you can't be optimistic about all of this. So far, Trump has done nothing but deliver on all of his campaign promises. And it's actually funny to watch because Trump is getting so much done so quickly that the left-wing media doesn't even know what to be mad about anymore. By the time they latch onto one story and start getting angry, Trump has already done 10 other things. They actually just can't keep up with him. And hey, it's probably part of his strategy because guess what? It seems to be working. And so, hey, now with people like Pam Bondi on board, I'd expect that the pace only keeps picking up. Because keep in mind, the role of Attorney General is actually an incredibly powerful position. In fact, it was Joe Biden's Attorney General, Merrick Garland, who signed off on the search warrant that allowed the FBI to raid Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago. Talk about corruption. It was also Merrick Garland who helped coordinate the January 6th Council on the election interference cases brought against Trump, all of which resulted in nothing, by the way. In fact, speaking of Joe Biden's Attorney General, Merrick Garland, and all of his totally corrupt behavior, we have to remember that he didn't ever receive a presidential pardon, which really makes you wonder. Maybe he didn't get that presidential pardon because he wasn't able to get the results that Biden wanted him to. What results? Well, Trump rotting away in a prison cell, of course. And so, with a new Attorney General like Pam Bondi in charge, I'd imagine that he's just a little bit worried. But hey, I want to know what you guys have to say about all of this, so please go down below and drop a comment. Please like the video if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you enjoy the channel and the videos. It really does help a ton. Thank you all very much for watching and of course, as always, stay safe.